Bubba.
Hello, Mr. Boots. Look at that little toots. Look at this little man. Look at this little man. Hello, Mr. Bootsy Mooch. Mr. Bootsy Booch. Oh, look at the boot boo. That's you. Look at your little chunky self. You're so cute. Okay. Gosh, I look so greasy. It's honestly just my skin's natural moisture. Hi, young Jax. How are you? Hi, Honjama. What is he defending? He wasn't defending nothing. He just came inside. Got some Red Bull. It's like a Sprite flavored Red Bull. I don't really care for this, but I didn't go get my usual yerba madre. My boyfriend came and got us this Red Bull, and I was like, they didn't have yerba madre. Hi, Marcus. I've had a very busy weekend. Ugh. It's not bad. It's just kind of weird. I think you need a bigger dog. No, I like the little one. How was everyone's weekend? Did you guys do anything? Anything at all? Oh, I was tired. I took a nap. That's what you meant. I was asleep. I'm not gonna lie. I was exhausted. I woke up at like 7 this morning. So let me tell you, I got a thing for jury duty. If you were on my last couple streams, I think I talked about this, all right? They were like, oh, you missed the jury duty, so you have to come to this jury duty, right? So then you have to call the little number, and it has a recording, and it lets you know if you're going to have jury duty. My paper said I was supposed to be there at 8:30 in the morning. When I called last night to find out if I had to show up, it told me to call between 11 and 1. So I'm like, did it get canceled then? Because that's hours after my time. So then I call them this morning, right when they open, and they're like, oh, 8:30 is just the earliest that it could possibly be. Call us back. I'm like, so you don't have any information? Like, this is a huge inconvenience to change what the paper says and tell me that, oh, it could just be at any time today. Like, that's not okay. They were like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Call us between. Da, da, da. So I call back. Actually, no, I went online. Online is better. And it said that I didn't have to report. I'm God's favorite. Hi, Alex. My youngest sister went to 2 birthday parties on Sunday. Wow. It was 2 of her friends in school and her Girl Scout troop. Except for LA County, they don't play. Well, I didn't do anything, so they do play because they have no kind of freaking organization. Hi, Mariano. Hola, Mariano. Arrivederci. It's spaghetti meatballs. Who's in here with me? Nobody's saying, not a whole lot of you are speaking. There's 16 of you and only 3 of you are talking to me. All right, let's go to the page. Let everybody know we active. Estamos activado. Shut up, me. Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Red Race from New Zealand. What's up, Utter Umpor? Hi, MD Ermin. Hi, Sergio. I actually just found that as a new character in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Star Fox is in it. Oh, Chewie looks like Star Fox when he doesn't get a haircut. Look, Italy isn't just spaghetti. I know. I really want to go to Italy. WWE's is doing Clash in Italy at the end of this month. What, Jeremy? Hi, Simon. So, how was everybody's weekend? Did anybody do anything fun? Thank you, Melvin. Hello. Do you like leather jackets and do you have one? Um, I'm not like a leather jacket fan. I do have one, but it's not like a thing. Like I don't even think about it, you know. I do have like a little, it's like a little cute, like, short one. It's not like a, what is it called? A duster. It's not a duster. Got me around here looking like damn Shaft or Fonzie. That's the thing about leather. You either look like Shaft or you look like the Fonz. So it depends. Y'all, I got like 400 hours left before I'm monetized. I'm so excited. Calling ICE, blocking you. I don't allow racism. I'm good for all the jokes. I love all the jokes in the world. Hi, Mugs. Thank you. Alex says, I also remember something about Bad Girls Club in season 5, Miami. Leah's hair was mostly brunette, but also had blonde streaks. Oh my God, I loved Leah. Do you like chocolate? No, I'm not crazy about it. Like, I might have a craving for like a chocolate something here and there, but I don't just eat candy and chocolate. Naturally beautiful. Thank you, Melvin. Hi, James Smith. Thank you. You're in America. I am. Hi, Omar Mohammed. No, I'm not, Melvin. Hi, Chrysalea. Hey, how's it, sweetie? Really missed you these days. I'm back. Hi, Gertrude. Gertrude. Anyway, I'm almost monetized. I have less than 400 hours to go. I'm so excited. So please spam my channel. It will help so much if you guys share my stuff, share my lives. You know, even if you just go like let all the videos on my channel just play in the background. Help me get these hours, y'all. Please. Leah was cool, but I was really upset with her for turning on Brandy over dating Married Mo. Everybody else knew about it. Yeah, I don't even remember. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was a very old season. Oh, I said it right, get you? Wow. I thought I totally messed up your name. All right. So I had a bunch of comedy shows this weekend. They went really well. One of them was so annoying. It was off Sunset. It was this venue off Sunset, and Sunset is like the busiest street in freaking California. And the parking, crazy. Hi, Mastriano. Hi, Coco. Hi there, Poppy Chulo shampoo. Wow, Poppy shampoo. I loved your lipstick. Thank you. Hi, the one. You have the most beautiful eyebrows on YouTube. Wow. The pencil I got is way too light. Like this is very light. I don't like it. I don't like how light it is. It enhanced your lips, making them look more beautiful and full. Yes. I like this. It's like a serum lip balm. It's called Pink Charisse. And the brand, excuse me, is Make Los Angeles. Sana says it was right time to say that you look really mesmerized. I'm just hypnotized. Oh wow, thank you. Queen, you look like a bonbon and I have diabetes. Mommy Chula shampoo. Okay. Your hair looks good. Thank you, Gichu. Neon says, yo, will you come for a coffee with me? No, thank you. Alex says, what are your top 3 favorite BGC seasons? Probably your season 7. Yeah, literally. I don't even know them. Like, I've seen them, but I don't know which season is which, and I would have to like look it up. But I know definitely mine in season 7 for sure. Hi, Plastic Dream Sky. Marcus says, can you give us an example of your comedy set from this weekend? No, I don't want to give my jokes on YouTube. It's not the same. The deliveries aren't the same. It's just not the same. It's not going to translate the same. I did get one of them was professionally recorded. So I will be posting it on Patreon. I might share it on here like later. But when you're working on new stuff, you don't want to put it out until it's right. Hi, Ralston. My evening's good. How are you? Papa Chula says, Queen, you got me carrying insulin because of you. Mommy Chula shampoo. Okay. NG Gamey says, is your favorite ice cream flavor? Okay, get the hell out of here. Alex Must says 16 was social media and 7 was New Orleans. Whichever one did Judy, it was Judy, like, I think it was her first season. Hi, Anthony Lee. Hi, J Money. Hi, Abdullah. Hi, Azakio. You broke my heat, girl. Hi, Crunchy Biscuits. How are you? But anyway, so the shows were good. I really hate driving to LA. Like, to like popping parts. It's so annoying. Because here's the thing. It is very difficult to find parking in Los Angeles. Like, it is really, like, I remember when I first moved here, I was getting tickets all the time because I literally didn't understand the parking signs. Literally didn't understand them. And then, and so to this weekend, there's like these meters, right? Like street meters where like you pay for the meters, right? And then it says, oh, but valet uses them. Bitch, I parked in a meter. I paid for the meter. It was right in front of the venue. How they gonna know if it was valet or if it was me? There's money on the meter. So I parked. Thank you. Hi, Ellis. Okay, you're like spamming my comments. Hi, Alexander. Thank you from Brazil. Crunchy Biscuit says, I watched some of the shorts. They were funny. Had a giggle. Thank you, Crunchy Biscuits. Alex says, I guess my current favorite bad girls in general are you and Christina from season 9 Mexico and Baddies Atlanta. You because of your comedy chops and Christina because she lives in Jersey like me. Oh, thank you, Alex. Stop acting like a gay black man. I am a gay man inside. And you would know what a gay black man acts like, wouldn't you? Benny doesn't provide parking for the community. Marcus, no. This is like nobody cares in LA. Half of these like comedy shows, bro, they don't even be paying. Like they don't care where you park. That's why I don't do stand up like that. When I first started doing stand up, I was doing stand up a lot because it was new and I was really like trying to like learn the craft. And I had like the excitement for it. It was something new. It's a very broke hobby until you start making the big bucks. Hi, BLD Real. How was your weekend? Hi, I'm 10. Hi, Dragon. Bigger the hoops, bigger the heart. Although Christina lives in Jersey City and I come from the suburbs. Anthony Lee says, where are your comedy shows at? Los Angeles area. Hi, Antonio. Hi, Explorer. Hi, Electro. Ralston says, what do you do for work? I am a full-time content creator and I do like sponsorships for brands, promotions. I coach other people. If you go to my stance during the bio, I'll audit your social media, help you come up with content ideas. I sell ebooks, I sell planners, I sell content ideas, I sell live streaming guides, checklists, things to help you in your social media journey. Nobody likes lesbian humor. Well, your dad thought your mom was funny. Crunchy Biscuit says it's not easy being a stand up comedian, much respect to you. It's definitely not easy. It's really not. Even if you're funny, like you could be the funniest person ever, it's still such a hustle and a grind. And you really have to be in such a mental space to deal with a lot of what comes with it. Alex Smith says, when you were still living in Orlando, what was one of your favorite activities? Oh, Alex, when I was in Orlando, I was still party girl, Stephanie. I was still alcoholic, fun girl, go-go dancer in the club, Stephanie. So going out with my friends, Sunday fun day, eating. I still eating. Do you speak French? Omelette du fromage. Je m'appelle, je t'aime, oui, merci. That's it. Croissant. You quick with the comebacks. Yep. See that, BLD? See that? Team Tejada all days. Thank you, Alex. Ralston says that's nice as long as it pays the bills. It does. Stand up doesn't by itself. Definitely not. Like it all comes together, but it's a grind. There's never been any comedy group, bike dancing, or music group. Bike dancing? Anthony Lee says, you're a Florida baby. I'm a Miami baby. I'm working in North Carolina right now. Oh, yeah, I'm from Orlando originally. She can speak Spanish. She's Latina. Yes, I can. Country Biscuit says she's quick with the comebacks because she's witty. Thank you. Yes, think detective in my bio. Alex Smith says half Puerto Rican, half Guatemalan. That's right. Hi, Compton. Omelette du fromage. Yes. I'm from Phoenix. Never been anywhere but Phoenix. I had one comedy show in, I think it was Phoenix. It was a random venue. It wasn't even a comedy club. They paid me a lot. It was like my one of my biggest paying comedy gigs. And I was like, okay, so I drove from California to Phoenix. It took about 7 hours. Drove back the same night. I'm crazy. Um, it was fun. It's a really good show. Explorer says, do you get revenue from streaming platforms like singers? Um, not like from the reality show I did, but I get revenue. Sometimes I make money on Instagram, sometimes I make money from TikTok, sometimes I make money from Facebook. I make money here, I make money there. Like they all have their own like things that they pay out. And then as far as like streaming, so we're currently waiting to get a project distributed. Um and then it the way it pays is like YouTube. Hi Faith. How's Florida though? I would love to visit there. Florida is it's different now. It's a little different than what it used to be. I feel like Florida has always been very unhinged and fun. They have like the cheapest entertainment. Like, I don't know anywhere else where you could go into a nightclub and drink free. Florida has that. Crunchy Biscuit says, which reality show are you on? Bad Girls Club. Explorer says, I think you need a man in your group. A man in my group? What group are you talking about, Explorer? What group are you talking of? Marcus says, do you incorporate your characters in your stand-up comedy? Sometimes I do stand-up as characters. I've done stand-up as Thea Marissa, Racheta, Hennessy, Baru, Connie the Crackhead. So I've done 5 characters live stand-up comedy. But I don't usually do it when I'm like booked as myself. So if they want Stephanie, then I usually don't incorporate that. But if it's like a thing where they like let me do characters and they want me to do a character, then it's its own thing. Like in your comedy circle. Oh yeah, there's one guy that we've had so far. He's in the new season of the Tias, but that's only on Patreon. So you guys got to join the Patreon to see every episode of my award-winning mockumentary. Oh, we won like 3 more awards recently, by the way. Just saying. It's a really good series, apparently. Yeah, yes. Um, yeah, so there's one guy. And then for our live shows, like when we do our live sketch shows, there's a couple other guys that we've worked with. That's awesome. Never knew that. Yes, Crunchy Biscuit. I don't be bragging. I don't like to brag. I don't miss Florida at all. Finally, for once, I haven't been in trouble. Yes, Anthony, what is that about, Anthony? Like when I was in Florida, granted, I was younger, like I was literally in my 20s, and my job was a go-go dancer and a model. So, like, it was like literally like, hey, come party and drink. Like, that was part of it. No health insurance, but free alcohol. And it just really enabled me. Like, I was like full blown party girl. All my friends were alcoholics. I never even thought anything of these people. I never even looked at my circle and thought, wow, we all have a problem. No, I was like, we're a great time. Florida is so unhinged. Who is that French lady? I don't know. Hi along. Oi, todo bong along. BLD says, Connie the Crackhead, that character sounds expensive to be with. Just joking around. Have you never seen her? Crunchy Biscuit says, Baru and Faru. Oh my god, hilarious. The NSYNC one was funny. Yes. Hi, Jerry Hayes from Cleveland. Anthony says, too much fun will definitely get us in trouble. Out there, for real. And then when I go danced and modeled, I used to drive to Miami all the time. Y'all, it was like before I was even on Bad Girls Club, going out with my friends was a reality show like Bad Girls Club. Like we were literally like, where are the camera crews? Why is no one recording this? Like one time, these bitches got so drunk, they got in a fight in the back seat of the car. One girl started fighting the one girl. The other girl hit her in the head with her high heel, and the white meat showed. The white meat. And I'm just like, can we pull over at this McDonald's? I need breakfast. And that's always been me, even on Bad Girls Club. Like, I wasn't the fighting, confrontational one. I was a party girl, minding her business, the light in the room. And it's stuff like that will always happen. One time, like, I don't think we slept for 3 days. Really bad. Spore says, do you usually drink before the show or after? So I don't really drink anymore. I like, before I would drink constantly. Like every time that I worked, which is about 5 to 7 nights a week in the club, I would drink. And now that I stopped working the clubs, I rarely drink. Um, I think I had like an apple beer for St. Patrick's Day. And then before that, I hadn't drank since September for my aunt's wedding. Now I might do a little shot before a set, or I might just like bring a blunt with me because I smoke weed. Alex says, I don't want to get too deep, but were you 27 on TV? Maybe. Jade versus Camilla season 13. Jada throws her heel and accidentally hit Danny in the eyebrow. Yeah, well, no, this wasn't TV. This was like my friends in real life. And they literally, like, the white meat, it was so gross. Explorer says, do you have any dream to be the solo stand up comedian in Madison Square Garden? Maybe someday, but really, I like doing sketches and characters more. Like right now, I don't want to say too much about it because it's just an idea and a concept, and I'm writing that sketches out. But I'm really trying to create my own Dave Chappelle style sketch show, like the Chappelle show. Hi, Rayleigh. Thank you. Because Camila called Jada's mom a crackhead. Oh my God, I remember that. Isn't that the one where, is that the one where they're like, my Chipotle is getting cold, or I have Chipotle or something? 13 going on 30 reboot? Interesting. Very interesting. So did anyone do anything fun? Let's see. Oh, yesterday was the best. I love doing. Okay, so his name is Kurt Sambrowski. His drag name is Miss BJ Swallows. They have a reality show that they're trying to pitch right now. You can watch it on YouTube. It's called Skip Town Playhouse. And it's basically like behind the scenes of like what they do for these shows and stuff. It's like a reality show. Anyway, he does the funnest variety show. Like it's like drag queens, comedians, singers. I've done characters on his show tons of times. But yesterday I did regular stand up because I was supposed to do Hennessy and Betsy Sue with Jacqueline, but Jacqueline forgot that she was going out of town. I was like, bitch, why didn't you tell me? No, I love her. So I ended up just doing regular stand up, but oh my God, the drag queens yesterday were so good. They even did like a song together. They did like a number together to Toxic from Britney Spears. And they had these like choreographed outfits, little prop guns. It was so cute. Oh, it's Raw. It's Monday Night Raw. Who's watching Raw with me? Marcus says, I never watched your Bad Girls Club stuff. I found your content on YouTube just by scrolling while I was at work one day. I didn't even know that you're a comedian at first. Yes. Surprise, surprise. Hi, Ami. Surprise, surprise. Jefferson, what's up, Jefferson? What up, cutie? I lost my phone. How are you? Oh, welcome back, Jefferson. I'm good. How are you? Hola, Jefferson. What the hell is this? Terrific Tuesdays? I didn't even sign up for this. This is not in my area, first of all, idiots. Sister, your chantry? What is chantry? Crunchy Biscuit says, thoughts on Jacob Fatu. Me personally, I think this version of him is fun to watch. Okay, Jacob Fatu has been like one of my favorite wrestlers currently. Um, I'm so mad he didn't win Backlash because visually he won Backlash. He beat Roman's ass. He should have won. I love this unhinged, unapologetic, busting everybody ass by himself, Jacob Fatu. I am obsessed with it. Michael, hi. Well, your voice, did you sing in church? Did I sing in church? I did, actually. And chorus. Thank you, Ralston. Ami says you merit. I don't know what that means. Hi, Bob. Hello, baby. Hello, Bob. Do you want to see Bob's? But yeah, loving Jacob Fatu. Honestly, I think Roman Reigns is so overrated. Am I the only one? Like the way they be glazing him, I'm like, but he's only here like 3 times a year. Like, I don't know. I just and if we watch him wrestle, Superman punch, okay, spear, ooh ha, spear. Like he just doesn't do a lot. I don't think he does a lot. I don't know. Like if is he getting pretty privileged? Like what is it? Roman Reigns' leukemia is possibly returned. No, oh that's sad. Hi, Gravited. Now I feel bad for talking crap about him. Hi, Charles Parker. Right, like he's always like, acknowledge me, like we're looking at you and listening to you. What else can we do, Roman? Very narcissistic. I got Tiny Jesus here. Reminder, everyone, make sure you're subscribed. I go live Monday through Friday, sometimes on the weekends. If I have time, I will pop in either Saturday or Sunday. But I am live Monday through Friday on most weeks, just about. So that's really good, especially y'all. I'm telling you right now, when I get monetized, I'm gonna be on this like a reality show. I'm gonna just be live all the time, all the time. So make sure you subscribe and click the link in the bio. I'm on every social media platform. I have a Patreon. I have a OnlyFans. I have a character one too for Hennessy. My trailer park girl, my trailer trash character, got her own OnlyFans. And on Patreon, there's over 500 pieces of content for you guys, and you can message me there. I also like Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker's good too. Is that the game? He making that money? It's all show business. Hi, 49ers. Obafemi. Boom, boom. Ooh, boom, boom. Oh, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Did you see last week? So Obafemi's been doing open challenges, and last week nobody wanted to challenge him. So he went and got the LWO. He like grabbed them and forced them to wrestle him and then beat both their asses. Thank you, Ami. It's easy to chat with you even though it's over the internet. Thank you, Crunchy. Yeah, that was funny. That was so funny. I was like, poor Berto. Poor Berto. I felt bad. Because it's like, first of all, who's the other guy from Los Garza? Well, Los Garza. Los Garza, they're not even Raw regulars. They're not even like a part of Raw. And then imagine you're just like visiting, this isn't even your night. Like, you're not even supposed to be here. And you get your ass whooped by Obafemi. WWE tried it. Marcus says, is that live stream schedule written in stone? Starting time seemed to vary. It's going to be all over the place. I'm just going to turn my phone on and just stream. So y'all better turn your notifications on. I don't have super chats yet, but everyone who donates to Cash App, I just ask that you put your email address in the notes section. And I'm going to send you a photo and a free trial to the Patreon, where you will enjoy over 500 pieces of exclusive content, stand-up, vlogs, sketches, characters, photo sets, DM Marissa's first stand-up show, every episode of the award-winning mockumentary The Diaz. So if you like shows like The Office, Parks and Recreation, Trailer Park Boys, Stumble, all those like documentary comedy shows, they're called mockumentaries. That's what The Diaz is. It's a mockumentary. And you can watch every episode of the award-winning mockumentary created and starring yours truly and my girl Grace Fraga, aka Tia Consuelo. It's about two women whose husbands turned into women and how they had to start their lives over and over after it. I feel bad for some of the wrestlers being fired. Whoever owns WWE sucks. Yeah, they let a lot of people go. I was like, the Wyatt Six? Why are we letting them go? Carrie Sane? Excuse me. Asuka? Last week we saw Asuka leaving with a freaking suitcase. Not Asuka. Crunchy Biscuit says, have you sold out the birthday gig? Oh no, not yet. Not yet. But we're hoping to. Can we be life partner? Of course not. What kind of question is that, Ami? Why would I be your life partner? I just want to know why you think that, like, I would say yes. 49 says, well, the Wyatt Six sucks. Did you see WrestleMania? I did see WrestleMania. Hi, Bubba Summit. Hi, Hotel. Do they fully commit to being women or do they leave some crumbs behind? I don't even know what you're saying right now. Looking amazing. I love your energy. Thank you, Bubba. How was everyone's weekends? Welcome, welcome. Feel free to ask me any questions, appropriate questions. Don't be weird. Don't be pervy. But yeah, you guys, I'm really close to monetization. Thank God. My weekend was chill. Did you do anything fun? What shows are y'all watching right now? Is anyone watching Euphoria? A couple says, if I gave you half of my bag of Skittles, would you be my life partner? No, thank you. Crunchy Biscuit says, ain't no woman dating any random from YouTube. Right. Amy says, do you WhatsApp? No, I have a real phone on me. I don't give my number to people on YouTube. So, Ami, tell me, what are you offering that you think I would be your life partner? Hi, Anthony. I'm watching you. Okay. I really want to know. It's like Shark Tank. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Boom. 3/4 of a bag. Marcus says, I'm a hetero grown man. Why would I watch Euphoria? A lot of people watch Euphoria, especially because of, Sydney Sweeney. The guys like Sydney Sweeney. And the strippers and the girls. Anytime there's a hot girl, a guy will watch. Answer the gentleman wants to know if you'd be his life partner. I already said no, but I want to know what his pitch is. Like, why would he think that someone that he's never met wants to be his life partner through a YouTube comment? You see, I need you very much. You're not telling me like what you have to offer as a life partner on me. Anthony says, I like your live streams. A lot of YouTubers seem to run into our homeless drug addicts. Are you serious? How do I get Wi-Fi on the phone? If you're homeless and a drug addict, how do you find the time and the literal connection to stream? Anything with hot women is pleasing. You see? Hi, Billy. How goes it? Anyhow, you remind me of Lisa Loring. I don't know who that is. I don't know who this is. Oh, she played Wednesday in the Addams Family. Blood Frenzy, Savage Harbor. She's in a lot of scary stuff, so I've never seen her. Don't know who that is. Oh my god, my back. Ah! Y'all. So who's in the LA area? Any of you in the LA area? Hi, Dex. How are you, Dex? How was your weekend? Marcus says, oh, I thought you thought it was something on the Lifetime Network. No, it's a HBO show. Hotel Corner says, bro, who the F is streaming as a homeless on drugs? That's what I'm saying. I know I've played a character, my crackhead character, and I pretended to be homeless and on drugs. Anthony says they panhandle on their live streams and people actually send them money. I'm thinking about doing that. I have too much pride. I see. Hi, Polly. Arizona, Phoenix. Okay. Well, you can drive out here if you want to. New Queen, show your feet, please. The Cash App is pinned in the comments. Send a generous amount for feet. I just see homeless people in LA all the time. All the time. Jack says reading is so hard for some people. I know. Marcus says, Stephanie, I'm thinking about moving next door to you. We're going to be neighbors. No, we're not. Call the police. Police! Hi, Gaman. This is really, I don't care for this Red Bull. I'm mad I didn't get a yerba madre. I should have just walked to the store, but no. I was tired and I took a nap. Now I regret it. Has anyone tried these? I'm gonna do a little mini mukbang trying these later and post it here. Have you guys tried these? I think that says steak. I'm hoping it's steak. It looks like steak. But do I know what it is? No. It could be freaking reindeer ass for all I know. Try a core water. Isn't that just water? Hi, Ledge. How are you? Yeah, I think they're steak flavored chips, but it's not in English. So I don't know. I could never just bite a banana on a live stream because, men. Hi, staying off the grid. How are you? How was your weekend? We're going to be like an 80s sitcom show, maybe Seinfeld when we become neighbors. More like Cops. Hi, Carlos. Paulie says there's 72,000 homeless in LA at an average of $32 income per day. Where are you getting these stats? Working like crazy, thanks for asking. Cops. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Why am I doing it like Michael Jackson? Hi, Indy. Where am I from? I'm Puerto Rican and Guatemalan, originally from Orlando, Florida, and now I live in Los Angeles, California. Show your pits. Go send me $100 to the Cash App that's pinned. What country are you from, beautiful bird? Beautiful bird. It's the wildest like compliment I've ever received. Thank you, Marcus. How old am I? 69 million per month and the average homeless income of LA per month. Google knows most things. That's true. Did you like the name Canary Bird? No. Isn't Tweety Bird a canary? No need to ask any women their age. It's only because I look so young. They want to make sure I'm legal. That's all it is. They don't want to be creepy or pervy. They want to make sure I'm legal. Yes, I'm legal. Hi, Musama. Hi, Mr. No. No, no shorts today. It's a little rude. It can be. I'm legal. I am staying off the grid. Polly C says, he out here trying to call you pájaro, bird in Spanish. I know Spanish. But that's why I was like, that's a really weird thing to say. Marcus Rodriguez says, do you like to dance? Yes. I was a professional go-go dancer, club dancer, music video, dancing 6 nights, sometimes 7 nights a week for a very long time. I would do festivals, concerts. I've danced for artists. Hi, Kusu. Marcus says, Stephanie, there can only be one Marcus. How should we handle this dilemma? You're Marcus G, and he's Marcus R. It's not last time she had shorts. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What a delicious mouth. Ew. Ooh. Wow, you have to show me some moves. LOL. Maybe. And she's a Cancer. 7-7 at 7 a.m. too. I was born July 7th at 7 a.m. Where are you from? I'm Puerto Rican and Guatemalan. I live in California. I'm originally from Orlando, Florida. Can I be a mod? No, thank you. I don't think I need mods yet. I don't even know. How does that mod thing work? Like, how would, like, let's say I wanted to make you a mod. How would that even work? Hi, Ross Valley. You're pretty. Thank you. Marcus says, I'm leaving, slams the door dramatically. Okay, bye, Marcus. So yeah, very eventful weekend. I'm so brain dead. It is so like, okay, people think like, oh, you're just a live streamer, you just do OnlyFans and content, like, you don't have a job. But it is exhausting because I'm a one woman show. And not only do I have to think of the content, edit the content, live stream, be the, you know what I mean? It's like you have to market, you have to post, you have to promote, you have to reach out to people, to brands. It is a lot. I'm like, there's literally, if I wanted to keep going, I could never stop. Do you like LA? I do like LA. There's a lot of opportunity here. I'll say that. First time seeing your live. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Raz Valley. Where are you from? Marcus R says, when was the last time you went dancing? IDK, how that mod thing works. The last time I went dancing, like out, my aunt's bachelorette party back in September. Have you been in LA a long time? I noticed you were on some show recently. What was that show? Yes, I've been in LA. It's going on 9 years. Actually, no, I'm lying. 8 years. Like a stand-up show, you mean? Staying off the grid? Or are you talking about the reality show clip? Moderation is chat. No, I know what it is, but I don't know how you like do that. Like, how would I make someone a mod? I mean, obviously, I could find out. Ross Valley says Trinidad in the Caribbean. Oh. Marcus G says, I've told you before that I'm bursting with comedic talent. We should be writing partners. Ew. It's the most disgusting, annoying thing any comedian that is a man has ever said to me. We want to write together? We should write. You want to come over and have a writing session? No, never. So you can steal my jokes? Because I'm funnier than you, bruh. That's how I be feeling. Razvali says, you single. Hope you don't mind me asking. I am not. It looked like a reality show. Oh, Bad Girls Club. I was on Bad Girls Club. Season 16. Go run the numbers up. It's on every streaming platform. Do I get residuals? No. That's what happens when you get into TV too young, folks. You get taken advantage of. Hi, Hassan. I'm taking dance classes. Oh, what kind of dance? Polly says click their name and assign them as moderator. Oh, I see. Oh, it really is that easy. Okay. Marcus says you would probably try to steal my jokes. Marcus, impossible. Hassan says, anyone here Ronaldo's fan? Who is Ronaldo? Can you give us a last name? Staying out there says, I don't watch reality shows. Look like you had fun doing that. It was so fun. It was the time of my life. It changed my life. And it was right in the cusp of my 20s, right in the so for me it was like perfect timing. It was a show that like literally I've been watching since I don't know, a very long time. I was a big fan of the show. I actually had auditioned for another season where they were doing best friends. Me and my friend at the time, my best friend at the time, went and auditioned together. And we didn't get the call, but they had my information and they wanted me for it was the social media season. So they were looking for like internet personalities. And I was already kind of getting a presence for my comedy skits on like Vine and Instagram. Kevin Hart was sharing my stuff. So they found me and they just casted me. I didn't even have to like audition. So nice. Hi, MK. A soccer player. Cristiano Ronaldo is a famous soccer player in the world. Oh, I don't watch soccer. I watch wrestling. Crunchy Biscuit says, don't make them moderators. They will have full access to all viewers when they block, timeout, hide the viewers. Yeah, I wouldn't do that with anyone I don't know. That's why I'm not comfortable with mods. And I just don't think it's necessary right now. Hassan says there's only one GOAT in the whole soccer game. It's Cristiano Ronaldo, the GOAT. Is that your boyfriend or something? Are you like his manager? Like, what is that? Hi, Harry Thompson. Polly says, I used to want to be on Real World. I have two people I know who are on the show. Oh, one of the comedians I know. He was on that show, College Hill. Did you ever see that show? He was on a show called College Hill. Thank you, Harry. How are you? How was your weekend? So is anyone in the LA area? I know we had Arizona. Marcus says, I remember College Hill on BT. Yeah, so one of the guys from his name is Willie Mack. He's a comedian. Very funny. Sal, hey Sal, it's me Sal. I love you. Can I mate with you in the future? Don't make me block you, Sal. Harry says it's been wonderful. Thank you. Busy but all good. How's your weekend been, Queen? Also busy. I had some comedy shows. I had to deal with traffic and ghetto-ness. The good news is I had fun. Last night's show was a lot of fun. And then the show before it, I just did really good. Like, I don't want to hate on nobody. I hate sounding like a hater, but it seemed like a lot of people didn't like have material per se, and they were just kind of riffing. There was only like a couple comics that I feel like had like jokes and punchlines. Most of the people were like, "So where are you from?" And I'm just like, oh my god, like it's annoying. It's annoying to me. Hi Abdul. Hi Bugs Bunny. Hi Motaz. Am I Indian, non-Puerto Rican, and Guatemalan? I'm not pulling my hair back. Do you know singers or musicians in LA? Not like professional ones. Hassan says, what are you saying? He's not my boyfriend. I'm his big fan. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know him, so I was just asking. The way you're talking about him, you're like, you glazing him a little bit. Marcus says, ew, you would want to live in the LA area? No, I wouldn't. I don't even like the LA area. It's way too chaotic and crowded. Staying off the grid says, I was born and raised in Monterey, California. I left 10 years ago, Texas now. Next stop, Alaska. Okay, well, you can come from Texas. You have you got like a whole month and a half to make arrangements to come to our live show. Harry says, nice, love the comedy shows, hate the traffic. If they hate the material, it means you're doing something right. Yeah, well, they didn't hate my material. They just didn't have the other comedians. A lot of them I felt like didn't have material. Monterey is great. I've never been to that side of Cali. Marcus says, wow, 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 your bougie comedian side comes out judging other comics. Of course. Of course. I'm telling you about my weekend and how it went and what I think. And what I think is that a lot of comedians ain't telling jokes like that. Hi, Al Jones. How are you? How was your weekend, Al Jones? Julia Bernstein. What does that sound familiar? Let me look her up. I feel like I've seen her, but I don't know her. I'm also from California, living in Berkeley right now. Oh, nice. I'm moving to Texas anyway. Yeehaw. Are you really? A lot of people have moved to Texas from here. Crunchy Biscuit says, I appreciate what you think. Thank you, Crunchy Biscuit. Staying off the grid says, I met a ton, actually. I treat them just like everyone else. Al Jones says, my weekend was long but productive. Hope your weekend was cool. It was. Hi, Chad White. Paul says, it's just networking stuff at the grid. Yeah, so I had fun though. Let me think. The headline I was featuring for the head on Saturday, the headliner was, oh, what is his name? Brett Taylor? Is it Brett Taylor? He does like, if you guys have ever seen the all deaf like roast, the all deaf roast, and he's on that thing. And he was the headliner. I worked is why it was so damn long, but it's all good. Oh, I feel you. I worked too, kind of. Worked material. Marcus says, hell nah, I would never leave Los Angeles. Are you crazy? Why? Never? You would never leave Los Angeles? What is so like about Los Angeles too? So nobody's in the LA area except for Marcus, who's in like, aren't you in Santa Monica or something? I don't know, Marcus. You be lying. You just be saying stuff. Next open mic, I'm going to roast you. I don't do open mics, Marcus. Hassan says, I was born in New York on December, and oh, you're a baby. Afterwards, we just moved to California. So, what part of California are you in, Hassan? You should come to my live show too. You're doing great. Your comedy is a lot of fun. Thank you, staying off the grid. Al Jones says it really is a job if it's fun. Well, yeah, because not all of it is fun. Marcus says I'm born and raised here. Duh. I was born and raised in Orlando, but I left. Hi E. Al Jones says I'm asking you because your job is mad fun. Yeah, but stand-up comedy isn't like a job. Hassan says my dad is Pakistani and your mom's from New York. Oh, okay. Cool. I lived in New York for a long time. I stand correct. Yeah, stand-up comedy. I mean, I guess it can be a job once you get to a certain point, but it's a very broke hobby. Like, I'm sorry, but the reason I don't be doing stand-up like that is because it costs money, and a lot of these shows don't pay money. So to me, it's just like, where's there needs to be a balance. So I'm just very particular about what stand-up shows I do. When I first started doing stand-up, I was doing everything and anything. Bars, restaurants, driving to freaking Bakersfield for free. Bitch, not no more. Not no more. Turn around. How's that? Hi Drew. Hi Accents. After if I really wanted to, I could get in. My grandmother was a famous singer, but I'm not doing my comedy for that. I just love the craft. Yeah. Marcus says, I know you're going to heckle at your next comedy show, and you will be thrown out. You can't heckle me, Marcus. I will roast you to oblivion. Oblivion. Hi, Captain Teach. Thank you, Brian Carroll. Crunchy Biscuit says New York, Milan, and London for shopping is amazing. Do you just call me a kid? I'm not a child. I'm 20 years old, and honestly, I've grown up now. Okay. Hi, Kojo. Polly says, all right, have a great evening. Bye, Polly. Hi, Julian. I'm Puerto Rican and Guatemalan, originally from Orlando, Florida, but I live in that Los Angeles area. Captain says, I bet you can comedian battle me and win. I probably could. If you guys want to be roasted, go to Cameo. You can get roasted by me on my Cameo. You can send me a photo of yourself, and I will make fun of you. I'm not saying that IBD because I don't know what it means, and I ain't casting no spells. Hi, King Anthony. Hi, CSU. Thank you. It's Metacube. Hi, Javier Fernandez. Thank you. Are you really queen? Am I really queen? I don't know what you mean. Because of my name? I'm not a queen. Like, literally a queen. The new queen of comedy thing came from the old school queens of comedy. It was a series about female comedians who were very funny, very unapologetic, very blunt. Their humor was a lot, and they just had an done a Queens of Comedy in so long that I wanted to be like the new Queen of Comedy for like the new Queens of Comedy. You know what I mean? Captain She says, but I'm pretty funny. It won't be easy. Okay. Hi, Holden. If I was in your room, what would you do? Beat you with a bat and call the police? Hi, Jaglick. Marcus says, real question, do you know Don B? He's a comedian from my old neighborhood. He hangs with Corey Holcomb and those guys. No, I don't know Don B. Hi, Kazine. Staying off the grid says, I absolutely would love to be roasted by you. I need to say 5,000 first ring check. You're the best. Yes. Al John says, my skin is thick, but to get roasted by you, knowing that I can roast back, ugh. Hi, Andrew. Marcus says they don't know the old school queens of comedy. Yeah, Monique's more. Exactly. Exactly, Marcus. Pull me like a string and call me baby. Get help. Andrew says, Yo, Al Jones, what up, brother? Hassan says, I don't understand why girls tend to ignore guys who are 20 or younger. I don't know. Are you going for older girls? Because that might be why. Crunchy says, Marcus, she'll give you a stone cold stunner. Plastic Dreams guy's laughing. Al Jones says, you got it, my man. Andrew says, how's everyone doing on this Monday? We're good, Andrew. How are you? How was your weekend? I love that we have like a little community. You guys like have your own little conversations in the comments. So nice. Are you in any movie? Meaning, have you worked in any movie? I've done some like independent stuff. I don't know where the hell you would find it. And I did reality TV. Bad Girls Club. Marcus says, Stephanie, you know that I can roast better than you, right? I doubt it, Marcus. BC7, how are you? I'm good. Andrew says, my weekend was good, thank you. Did you do anything fun or weird? Anybody have a weird thing they did? Captain Cheese says, every female comedian I've heard of only talk about. I don't. It's like, okay, there might be a couple jokes, but I'm not gonna like just over sexualize my set because I'm a woman. But honestly, a lot of women do it because a lot of guys do, but it doesn't translate the same. Is it sexist? A little bit, but it's the truth. Reality TV, yes. Marcus says, yo, I got the crown, #1. That means you talk the most. Hassan says, yeah, I like older girls myself. So that's probably why they ignore you, because they're older. They're like, you're a baby, you know, depending how much older. Plastic Dreams, guys, I found you on Tubi, or not Tubi movie. Oh, I think the show I was on Tubi. It's on Tubi. That's probably how. Basically says, do you do Findamus? I could find your next holiday for you. Yes. My Cash App is pinned in the comments. Hi, Junior Garza. How are you? How was your weekend? Your voice sounds sexy. Okay, goodbye, Plastic. Don't say that. And which reality? Bad Girls Club, season 16. Can I take a picture of you? Yes. Did you get it? Did you get it? J Plug says, in your opinion, who's the GOAT comedian? Dave Chappelle. Hassan says, I'm not a baby. But to somebody who's like 40 or older, you are. Because that means when they were 20, you were a baby. And that's gross. Do you see? You have a bangle on your ear. Yes, they're earrings. Staying off the grid says, so far my favorite character is Hunter Darkside. You absolutely... Really? That's your favorite? We got it. Got it. Got it. Thank you. BC says, I get paid about $10,000 per month. Giving you $9,950 per month, leaving me $50 to live off each month. Are you homeless? Like, how are you gonna live off that? Second pose. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? Hi, Roberto from Brazil. Junior says that's why you're my favorite YouTuber. BC says I don't mind eating cat food and dog food and drinking my own. Okay. Let's go ahead and delete that. Hassan says, all right, I got it. Yeah, exactly. Crunchy Biscuit says, probably took hundreds of pictures. He only thought of you asking now. Russell says, what do girls expect from their partners? Just had a huge fight. Well, what was the fight about? That's so, like, that's the most vague, generic question. Weird thing, I farted the SpongeBob theme in the shower after eating 5-bean soup. That's a talent. If you can fart musically, that's a talent. Staying off the grid says a lot of 100 dark sides in Monterey. Really? Plastic Dream says great content. You have a show coming up. Thank you. Yeah, I have to check what I have going on because I literally don't know. People book me for things so in advance that I forget. So I gotta go through my stuff and figure it out. But I know July 10th is our live sketch comedy show, live from the trailer park, starring Hennessy and Betsy Sue. And we got other friends and characters. Baru and Faru will be making appearances, BB. We got it's gonna be like SNL live. Marcus says, hey, nothing wrong with a 4-year-old linking up with a 20-year-old. I'm just saying. Of course you are. Stillme says, checked out Armored MMA. And did you enjoy it? Hassan says, how old are you? 747. Jacob Godswill says, just arrived. How is everybody? Hi, Jacob. How are you? How was your weekend? Russell says, love is like a fart, forced too hard. Stillme says, MMA, but in full armor with real swords and maces. What? That's a thing? That sounds fun. Crunchy Biscuit says, older women will let you know if they want a younger person. They are very direct and they will tell you what they want. Yes. Apparently, the real older women are going younger now. And I'm just like, ow. Marcus says, didn't you say that you're going to twerk at 60 likes? Never. $747 Captain Teach. Jacob says, I always appreciate your beautiful content. Thank you. Eliante says, marry me and we'll travel the world together. Why would I marry you? BC says, I can live in my car. Are you interested? Yeah, send the money. The Cash App's pinned in the comments. And the link is in the bio. Do you have PayPal, Cash App, or credit? Yes. The Cash App is pinned in my comments and it's in the bio. I'm close to my super chats, you guys. I got less than like 400, about 400 hours. And it's still like a week behind. So I think I'll be monetized by June. Hi, James. I'm non-binary, gay, transgender, vegan, atheist. Oh, like 100 dark side, minus the vegan. How's that working out for you, James? Being vegan. Staying off the grid says, gotta go to sleep. There's smoking hot Latina, my new job that I'm doing my best to ignore, but probably a future girlfriend. Have a great day. Bye, staying off the grid. Am I vegan? No. I couldn't be vegan. The only way I would be vegan it's like God himself told me to not eat meat. That sounds so cool, Stillme. Thank you, Captain Teach. Hassan says, I currently have 6 to 7 girlfriends, but they're all between 18 and 22 years old. Uh-huh. Al John says, I like that you put out a poll for us to make a choice on who we'd rather see. But honestly, isn't it refreshing that you can be yourself here? Yes. I'm not going to lie. Especially today, I was tired. So tired. Marcus says, yo, you have seen those tiny houses they're building somewhere in Santa Monica. What do you think about living in a tiny house? Real question. The ones that you can like buy online? No, thank you. I prefer girls who are around 25 or 26 years old. Well, good luck with that, Hassan. Because if that's what you prefer, then why do you have so many girlfriends that aren't that? Why are you settling? Don't settle, Hassan. Pretty little baby. Just a baby. Marcus says, LOL. Stillme says you've lost weight. It shows in your face. Thank you, Stillme. I have. I've lost like 20 something pounds. Captain, she says, I prefer she's perfectly imperfect. Like mentally. Al John says, on the low, I miss Hunter. Kind of creepy, ain't it? Up her age to at least 19 or something. I love trolling. Crunchy Biscuit says, Hassan, are you a player? Give the chat tips. Late night tip, Hassan. Hi, Darren. I'll do a stream as Hunter Darkside this week. Oh, and I'm doing a co-stream with the other Thea on Thursday at 11 a.m. We stream earlier because of the time difference. Hassan says, I hope that one day I will find someone. You will find someone, Hassan. Marcus says, don't lose the bobs, though, if you lose weight. Yeah, honestly, that was a concern because I gained too much weight, y'all. I gained way too much. I was like, chunk a chunk. Chunk a chunk. Because what happened was, it was a pandemic. During the pandemic, car broke down. Walking to the grocery store. Injured my ankle. Gyms are closed. Can't go nowhere. Ain't got no car. Had an injury. Never went to the doctor for it. Just either broke my ankle, sprained my ankle. I don't know. I bought a brace, put some ice on it, elevated it with a pillow, and prayed. And it affected me really bad. Hi, beautiful lady. Hi there, Darren. Where are you from? Hi, Mitchie Williams. Thank you. Al John says, I'll be here for it. Captain T says, mistakes is just living. Huh. And like a missing leg? What? Hi, Mario. Hazy One says, you're pretty and you know it. Just spreading some good cheer. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Hazy One. Crunchy Biscuit says, Marcus, what do you mean lose that weight? She looks perfect. He said, don't lose the bobs. Like, don't lose the curves. You know, Quarantine 2.0 is coming soon. Honestly, with that, like, whatever it's called, the hospital from the freaking cruise ship, they better not try it. But I'm not going to lie, I thrived during the pandemic. People were so bored. I was making so much money online. So much money online. Because people were bored and a lot of people had like rent forgiveness and stuff like that. Like, it was a crazy time. Hassan says, all right, I should leave because my football match is going to. Bye, Hassan. No worries, Crunchy Biscuits. So, babies. All right, so tell me who's y'all favorite character of mine. If you know my characters, who is number one? The administration ain't gonna let the world shut down again. Marcus says, I think we all kind of miss the quarantine now. Stillme says, check out Burning Bridges AI music. Hi, Kasango. No auntie today. She's at the thrift stores. Bye, Hassan. J-Lo, that's not a character I do. Stillme says, I'm high as F. Shop huge sale on gram pods. My room looks like a fall. What is a gram pod? They're all great. Hi, Kamikaze. Oh, Faru, that's your favorite one? Kamikaze. Hi, P. I like when you do Nicki Minaj. Hi, Ryan. I'm good. How are you? Hi, Robert from Brooklyn. Aljon says, I have two, but my number one is Hunter. Really? My second one is the Toxic Scammer. Racheta? Really? Hunter, Dark Side, and Racheta. Okay, we got one for Thea. Comedian, Queen, Glowing Girl. Thank you, CSU. Hi, Barack. I like when you do Shakira. Okay, these aren't characters. These are impressions. From Antala, Talaya. All right, let's keep track. We got one for Theon, two for Hunter, one for Racheta. I'm good. You're the Auntie Marissa who I spoke with last time. No, Auntie Marissa's at the flea market. I am just the creator and the mental disorder behind the character, Thea Marissa. Oh, it's in Turkey. Oh, it's very pretty. It looks like Greece. Wow, this is gorgeous. Oh, Antalya is very beautiful. You showed me something new today, Barack. Charlie's Angels. Will you be in often until she returns? She'll be back. What I've been doing recently, Ryan, is I've been doing polls in my community posts and letting you guys vote on who live streams. So make sure that you're subscribed and you're checking the community posts. Al Jones says, I'll give the orders in which I like them, but because I'm still fairly new here, I don't remember all of the characters' names. So here we go in order. Okay. Marcus says, what the hell? I'm number 2. I've been demoted. Yep. Crunchy Biscuits took the number 1 spot. So guys, reminder, click the link in my bio where it says all my links. Join my fan sites. Follow my socials. I'm on everything. Follow Snap if you have Snap. I'm trying to get my Snap monetized. Ryan says, I visited a hotel in Antalya called Lara Brarut. Very nice. LOL, how? Sorry, Marcus. Because you've commented more than Marcus. I think that's how it goes, like the most comments. Marcus says, you should include Tony Montana as a character. My Tony Montana sucks. My Tony Montana impression is trash. Absolute basura. Captain She says, one of the angels are my favorite cartoon character, Carmen Sandiego. First of all, Carmen Sandiego was getting flued out. She was getting flued out. That's why we never knew where the hell she was. That's why she had them red bottom boots. She was wearing that coat so she could be like, ah, she was a hooker. It will be my 14th visit this year. Wow, how nice. The algorithm is obviously biased. Okay. Aljon says, number 1, 100 Dark Side. Number 2, Toxic Scammer, Racheta. 3, the hillbilly gal that works at the Coochie Corral, Hennessy. 4, the Brooklyn therapist, Titi Marissa. 5, the crackhead. Got it. Hi, Gotti. Sorry, I don't remember all their names. That's okay. Crunchy Biscuit says, Marcus commenting. Marcus, get commenting politely. Marcus G says, Carmen was the 304. Yep. That's why we never knew where she was. That's why she was always flying around. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Probably in Dubai. Angie is Racheta's bestie. They're both scam artists together. My name is Stephanie Ryan. Hi, Tangi. Hi from Russia. I can't say your name. Can I call you Crepe? Kepre. Kepre. I'm going to try to say the name. It looks like Kepre, and then it's not in English anymore. So, yeah. Captain T says, I never thought about it that way. What, Carmen Sandiego? Getting flued out? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? We don't know. Vapes weed girl. Hi, Paul Brown. How are you? Hi, Joelle from Italy. Stephanie, beautiful name. Yes, Crunchy Biscuits. That's my real name. Stephanie, make me number one or else. I know people know what I mean. No, I don't. From Ukraine. Hi there. Al Jones says, oh man, y'all painted my favorite show back in the day so badly just now. A prostitute? Come on, y'all. It's true. She was getting flued out. She had red bottoms on. All we ever saw her wearing was a coat. And we know that, they show up with their little, like, spy coats or whatever, investigator coats, looking like Inspector Gadget. And then they have their hoe outfit under. This is lovely. Nice people. Great food. Crunchy Biscuits is Marcus. You're number one. Hi, Chris the Nomad. Hey, it's my favorite YouTube girl. Thank you. How are you, Chris? How's your weekend? It's true, Al Jones. It's true. What other shows can I ruin for you? What's some of your other favorite childhood shows? Let me try to interpret them. How's the outfit? She got the little sexy jacket with the red bottom shoes, and then she opens it and she got her hoe outfit on. What about Dora the Explorer? She was a 304. Yeah, when she met Diego, that was it. Al Jones says, okay, Thelma from Scooby-Doo thoughts. She was a pick-me. She was a pick-me. She was wearing glasses that probably weren't even prescription, just to look like a hot nerd. And she was always acting like she couldn't find them to, like, thirst trap the guys when she bent over. Jinkies, where's my glasses? Stop tooting your ass up, Velma. Stop tooting your ass up. Joelle says, what's the meaning of Stephanie? Can you tell us? I don't even know. I think my name means like royalty or something. The name Stephanie means crown or garland. It's the feminine form of the name Stephen, which originates from the ancient Greek word Stephanos, the victory wreath in ancient Greece. Okay, the crown of life in the New Testament symbolizes reward to faithfulness, spiritual endurance, eternal victory given by God to believers. First martyr, the name connects to Saint Stephen, who was the first disciple to receive the crown of glory. Now let's just do Greek roots derived from the words phanos, crown, or wreath. Yeah, it's the same thing. The name became popular in European royal circles and remains widely recognized. Period. In the bio, Ahmed, Saved by the Bell. Somi says there's just one character. Her name's Stephanie Tahada. She's awesome. Thank you, Somi. No, I'm not going to do that, Ahmed. Go to where it says all my links in the bio. Double Dragon. I don't know what that is. Ukraine, let's troll foreigners by writing both our flags next to each other. Russia and Ukraine, they'll freak out. Ryan says, right, thank you. Nice to meet you. I will pop in again tomorrow if you're going to be live. Yes. In the bio, Ahmed. I'm going to, like, ban you if you keep spamming me with these comments. Hi, Deshaun. I'm from Deshaun Malik to meet you. I'm good. How are you? Do you love God and why? I do love God. Hey Arnold. Okay, hey Arnold. So wasn't Helga like Helga was low key and being raised? Didn't she have like abusive parents or something? Like it's kind of dark. They were just a bunch of kids in the hood. I always thought Wonder Woman was the 304. It was the rope and the outfit. She was the dominatrix. She's dominatrix, Marcus. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You know, I never got into that. Bubble from the Powerpuff Girls. Give me the scoop. Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls. She has an identity complex where like I forget what it's called, but she has that thing where like you think you're younger than you are. Oh my god. What is it when you act younger than you are? Age regression. Bubbles suffered from age regression. That's why she told me these are Bubbles and I'm the baby. I'm the cute. So you the same age as everyone else, Bubbles. You the same age as everyone else, Bubbles. Do you know that there's no woman angel in the Bible? Do you know that? Hi, Parkash from India. Ryan says, have you visited France? No. Marcus says, have you heard the military is drafting women, preferably Puerto Rican women that are comedians? Not me. I got vertigo. I can't get on a helicopter. I was being bullied by the hacker. Family Matters. Let's see. We had Carl Winslow. I don't know about Family Matters. Oh yeah, she was definitely dominatrix. See, Marcus. Stilmy says Carmen Sandiego's is hanging out with Dora the Explorer. That's her mother. That's her mother. And it's ironic because Carmen Sandiego's thing is, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And Dora's thing is like, do you see it? Where? Where? I'm 29 years old. I see everything Gucci. Who is Bubble? Michael? No, from the Powerpuff Girls, Marcus. Crunchy Biscuit says the devil isn't a being like a human with horns. It's an energy. Energy can be created nor can be destroyed. So what is an angel's gender? I love God too, Miguel. Hi, Steve. Al Jones says Kim Possible, and that's it. Can't let you ruin all the cartoon characters and innocence I used to have until now. So Kim Possible, my theory on her is that she was in a mental institution, imagining that she was helping these people. Like she actually have nothing. She was crazy. Captain T says, y'all leave Carmen alone. Hi, Hashimo. Marcus says, don't start that Family Matters stuff. Oh, yeah. I forgot I was roasting Marcus, telling him he looked like Carl Winslow last time. Stomy says, I like bitch pudding on Adult Swim. I've never even heard of that show. Kasango says, have you tried voice acting? No, but it's funny, Kasango. My friend, Grace, sent me an opportunity for voiceover work. So I was going to see if about submitting to that. Thank you for subscribing to Sean. Crunchy Biscuit says, always have faith. Al Jones says, we won't bring up Family Matters again, Marcus. The song would not get out of my head because of the toxic scammer. Days go by. The Tomb Raider character used to do it for me back in the day, boing. See what I'm saying, Marcus? Like, that's a problem. You were attracted to a video game character. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Schizophrenic. The dog needed some medicine and they weren't taking care of the dog. They never took that dog to the vet. Okay, maybe he was adopted from an abusive family. That's why he was so traumatized. Stillmy says this is funny, roasting cartoons and fables. Johnny Bravo. Oh my God, the ultimate F boy. He still lived with his mom. All he wanted to do was get girls. He ain't had no damn job. He was obviously on steroids. Courage was a schizo. Absolutely. Crunchy Biscuit says animals need to be looked after. They do, Crunchy Biscuits. They do. Yeah, I think Johnny Bravo was the F boy. Thank you, Deshaun. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications. Think about it. Grown ass man living with his mom. No leg day ever, Crunchy Biscuits. Only did upper body. Okay, I know he had back knee. I know he had back knee. I know it. Marcus says Jay Bravo was the man. He was an incel. Thank you, Budani. Johnny was roided out, son. Right? He was definitely. Let's look up Johnny Bravo. Ho ho ho. Yeah. And he thought he was Elvis. Like, get your own identity, Johnny Bravo. Look at this man. Look at this. On a couch watching TV at his mother's house. He's not working. He ain't doing nothing. Never had a serious relationship. Big ass. Just big for no reason from the upper body. But he was the man, though. Oh, mama. Yeah. Duckman. Who is Duckman? Who the hell is Duckman? Oh, I kind of remember this. It's like slightly familiar, but I don't think I watched it like that. Yeah, I wasn't like a fan of this show, but I definitely recognize him. Just by looking at him, Duckman just looked like it's giving love on the spectrum. Like, that's what Duckman is giving me. Very spectrumy. Thank you, Budani. Hi, Patrick. Always a pleasure to see that face. How was your weekend, Patrick? Captain Teach said, what? What? It looks like he on the spectrum. Aljon says, I gotta hear this one. Pepe Le Pew, take your time, spill the ultimate tea on this obvious one. Well, he's obviously an, I'll just say a Epstein type, okay? Luring women with his thing. He was drugging them. It wasn't the funk. He was drugging them. I'm an Indian potty rapper. Hello, baby. Where can we hear your music? Gold says, Namaste. Where do you tell your name? I'm Stephanie. It's true, Al Jones. Pepe Le Pew was out here lacing girls' drinks, essentially. And he was very grapey. You know what I mean? And I get it. It's different because he's an animal. That's what animals do. But, like, he was aggressive about it. Like, you're going for a cat? That's weird. A skunk trying to hump a cat? He was obviously on something. He was on some Diddy stuff. You know what I mean? Pepe Le Pew was having freak offs. Budani says your contact number. No. You can send me money on Cash App, Budani. Aljon says, I gotta say, man, looking back at Pepe, yo, mad cringe. Yeah, he was totally, what is it? What's the, like, lingo? Because I can't say it on here. Saying girls. Insta's in the bio, Budani. Rappers are rapping in the bars. Come back when you can rap across the bars. No means no, Pepe. Exactly. Marcus says Pepe Le Pew don't give a F. He knew what he wanted and went for it. Right. Very aggressive. If he wasn't a skunk, he'd be in prison. The Flintstones. Oh God, don't get me started. Flintstones is basically your stereotypical family where the man does he takes care of his wife, but he's miserable and resents her. And he was a little dusty. Cause how come his car was old as hell? How come you gotta use your feet to get your car to work? When are you taking the name of the country if you want to take any what are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying, Gulu. Stephanie, that is so true, right? How much money do you want me to give you because I'm going to take you out to eat? The Cash App is pinned there. It's also in the bio. All I ask is that you note your email address so I can send you a photo and a free trial to Patreon. The Pink Panther, closeted gay dude. Pink Panther was a closeted gay dude. He was real zesty. That's why he used to tiptoe. That's why he was so flexible. Marcus says, wait a minute. Fred Flintstone was a hardworking blue collar guy. Come on. No, he was dusty. He could have worked harder. Wilma always had that same raggedy dress. The dress was ripped. Putting a bone in his child's hair. Al Jones says Fred used to come with the giant steaks though, and Betty was fire. Barney didn't know what to do with that. Yeah, I think Betty was definitely cheating on Barney. I feel like Barney was like a Findom type. He wanted to like be like berated. Probably asked like Betty to like kick him and stuff. Justin Bieber's your big brother, Budani? Really? Interesting. Hi, Benjamin. Marcus's Pink Panther was definitely rainbow. Yep. Miguel says, you remind me of my ex-girlfriend, a toxic Latina. Darth says, are you feeling good? I'm okay, Darth. I love collecting Pokemon cards. Captain G says Pink Panther was zesty. Right? He was. If you think about it, he was very zesty. Benjamin says, this is my favorite character, you. Thank you, Benjamin. Marcus says, what the hell? It was 1 million BC. Fred Flintstone didn't have a lot of employment options. Yes, he did. We got the whole world to start. You could do something else, Fred. And Fred was a womanizer. He was always just thirsting for any and every girl. Meanwhile, Wilma was one of the baddest. Betty's definitely top spot. I agree. But Wilma was number 2. And he was out here just entertaining anybody and everybody. You know, not cool, Fred. Kasanga says even Betty had the same dress on, all rocked the same outfits. Right, because they were dusty. Did you ever see his boss's wife? Furs, jewelry, nicer clothes. Way nicer. Al Jones says the coolest theme song in the world to Pink Panther was when the Think Sneaky, Think the Pink Panther theme. Yes. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. I will never bully you, cutie pie. Well, you don't want this smoke, Deshaun. You bully me, I bully you right back. You look like hands. I got hands. Marcus says, I would have linked up with Halle Berry, though, if I was Fred Flintstone. Oh, yeah, in the live action one, yeah. Of course you would have, Marcus. You would have linked up with a dinosaur if it gave you the time of day. Thank you so much, Sierra. Whoever Sierra is, thank you for your donation. You did not put your email address in the notes. So if you do want a free trial to the Patreon, make sure you send the email address. Gorgeous cat eyes. Thank you. I'm not going to bully you. I'm a nice person. Miguel says we have a lot of beautiful moments. Who? Erie, Indiana. I don't know who that is. Ryan says, how was your weekend? Eventful. I had a lot of comedy shows, and that's pretty much all I did this weekend. Okay, one more. Rosie from the Jetsons. Rosie from the Jetsons. The maid. Okay, she was the original, AI. She was the realest one, Loki, too. They really took advantage of poor Rosie. Mr. Jetson, Mr. Jetson. Like, futuristic slave, really? Jetsons, that's what we're doing? Marcus says, not dinosaurs. I stick to the same species. Allegedly. Bye, Ryan. Thank you. You have a good day, too. Please don't hurt me. No one's going to hurt you, Deshaun. Aljon says, yes, the maid. I've never seen Futurama. Gulu, you don't make sense. Rosie was a pick-me, yes, because they designed her to cater to the whims of everyone. They made her a pick-me. It wasn't her choice to be a pick-me. They made her that way. So, going to heat up some of this. Oh, look at this mug. Isn't it nice? It says, all things are possible to those who believe. Mark 9:23. Want to heat up some more tea, yeah? Futuristic slave is hilarious. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Always believe. Yes. Who started this topic? This is hilarious. I don't know how we got into this. Somebody said Carmen Sandiego, and I told y'all my theory on Carmen Sandiego. How she's a hooker. And that's why nobody know where she's at. She's always getting flued out. Family hasn't seen her in years. Ren and Stimpy, they're the original Will and Grace. Ren and Stimpy were they're like crackheads who like did gay for pay stuff and fell into a committed relationship where they got an apartment together. Aljan says, destroying my childhood one stereotype at a time. You're welcome. You idiot. When you guys were growing up, did your parents like my parents used to get so mad at me. Even like my aunts, like they wouldn't let my cousins, like they did never wanted us to watch Ren and Stimpy. What did I do? I don't know. What did you do? They used to hate when we watched Ren and Stimpy. They wouldn't let me watch Ren and Stimpy, Beavis and Butthead, Daria. So lame. Yeah, I never really watched it either. BMS says, Daria, don't be sorry you didn't miss much. No, I watched it. I love Daria. Today on Sick Sad World. That is what they should call the news. Sick Sad World. Darkwing Duck. Oh God, just a lunatic with a freaking identity complex. He never got the approval and love from his family, so he tried to seek it elsewhere by helping citizens. Deshaun says, why am I being picked on? Who's picking on you, Deshaun? What are you talking about? Al Jones says, my cartoon crush was and still is Helen Parr. Helen Parr. Wait, who's Helen Parr? Oh, Mrs. Incredible. The fact that you know her actual name lets me know that she really is your crush, because everyone else will call her Mrs. Incredible. But you called this bitch Helen Parr. You got posters? Like, Crunchy Biscuit says all parents are the same, but as you get older, you understand it's because they want the best. You know what I mean? BMF says my crush was from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Oh, Jessica Rabbit. Yeah. Like, you really had a crush. To know her government name is crazy, Al Jones. That is actually insane. Mr. Inappropriate says, is your body count under or over 30? Why don't you send me over $30 to the Cash App that's pinned, and I might tell you. I liked watching Catch the Pigeon. Wait a minute. Why did that just ring? Catch the Pigeon. You're talking about Wacky Races? Wacky Races. Yes, with Muttley and Dastardly. I like how that's how the dog laughed. I can't do it, but I had so many cartoon crushes as a kid. Lord, poor Marcus. Absolutely not, Mr. Inappropriate. I have $30. That's good. Save it, Deshaun. Catch the pigeon. Al John says it was the scene when she was sneaking in to rescue Mr. Incredible and she looked back in the mirror and I was like, Jesus, are you serious? See, and that's the problem, like right there. Men will literally stick their kebab and be attracted to anything. Anything. A cartoon, a freaking pie. Okay, we've seen people have sex with pies in movies and grapefruits and all kinds of things. Like, glory holes exist. It is so crazy. Foghorn Leghorn, he was a MAGA racist. Probably Al Jones. Marcus says you should dress up as Miss Incredible for Halloween. Actually, that's a good idea. That's a good cosplay idea because I'm an OD. When they are desperate. Some. Hi, I'm Chucky. Want to play? I will punt Chucky back to the factory he came from. When they are young. Well, apparently not just when they're young. Marcus says nothing wrong with a little hot apple pie every once in a while. That's okay, Deshaun. You don't need to be sorry. You didn't do anything. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if Chucky was out here, he'd get his ass kicked. I don't understand that. Like, oh my god, a scary dog. He was this big. Like, you couldn't have just ripped his head off. Get the hell out of here. Could you imagine in real life a little freaking dog? Yes, it'd be scary, and you'd be like, "Whoa, what is that?" But you're trying to tell me that that dog would kill you, unalive you? Excuse me. Aldrin says, "Wait, you ain't got a cartoon crush? Come on, man. Don't make us men feel like we're creepy ones." I definitely don't have a cartoon crush. Never. What? Garbage Pail Kid scared the crap out of me. Is that like the Chucky? No, not Chucky. What is it? Cabbage Patch Dolls thing? Let's see. Garbage Pail Kids. What is this? They kind of look like Cabbage Patch Dolls. Yeah, I've seen this. But it's like a dark spoof of them, right? And it's. Excuse me, I never got into this. Hi, Lucian. Chucky was hella strong, Stephanie. But he's 2 feet tall. Al John says you didn't like He-Man. Nope. Lying over. And I've never have been attracted to a cartoon in my life. Deshaun, no one is mad at you. I'm just making conversation because you brought up Chucky. Kasanga says, glory holes and pies. How did we get here? We were talking about how men are attracted to cartoon characters, and I was like, it just proves that men will literally put their thing in anything. Attracted to cartoons. American Pie, the movie showed us that a guy will literally bang a pie. Fruit. What else? Just, Hi, peace and joy. Stephanie had a crush on SpongeBob. Ew. You know you had a Pokemon pal. I never got into Pokemon like that. I really never did. I really like the apple pie, but I don't like pie that much. You see, peace and joy. They were asking me if I've had a cartoon crush because Al Jones was telling us how his cartoon crush is Helen Parr. Do you know who Helen Parr is, peace and joy? Do you know who that is, peace and joy? Come on, just say it. Don't look back. Cartoon crush, yes. Actually, I've never had one of those. Maybe some people have. Do you know who Helen Parr is, peace and joy? Mrs. Incredible. See, nobody knows her as Helen Parr. Nobody knows her as Helen Parr. Marcus says, always keep a hot apple pie on standby. I'm just saying, Lord, today. Oh my God. I was watching, there's this, he does like finance, he's like a podcast about like finances. His name is Caleb something. And I was watching one of his clips and he was helping this couple out. And the girl's husband was spending tons of money on VR corn. And I'm just like, VR corn, but you're married? Girl, if you don't leave this man. I guess for people who are into that kind of thing, the small hostess pies they used to sell or still do, easy to carry around. Al Jones says, I saw women use a cucumber, not gonna finish the statement. Men ain't the only ones. I mean, that's true, I guess. I ain't doing that. Cinnamon buns with bacon pieces. Hi there, Sudair. He's a relationship guru. They all fake. Yeah. Not sure. Not too sure about it. Crunchy Biscuit says, I don't understand how men are attracted to cartoon characters. Clearly, you can't make it squeal. Ew. Too late. We saw it and we read it, Crunchy Biscuits. You can't retract it. I saw it and I read it out loud. It's too late. Aljon says, okay, all of this has become way too weird. Yeah, it has. Peace and Joy says, I just got back in the chat. What did someone type? I can't even remember anymore. Something about you can't make a cartoon squeal. No, I'm really boring. I've never been attracted to a cartoon or a piece of fruit. Never partook in these things. Bye, Deshaun. Can't relate, BB. Is anyone else from the LA area in this chat? Chewy is good. He had like a sore, like he was like kind of sore because we were like playing a lot. He was running around a lot. So I've been like, I haven't been walking him as much until I feel like he's back to normal. Marcus says all women are attracted to cucumbers. Come on, Stephanie. No. I like a cucumber salad, and that's it. Cucumbers in a Greek salad, in a wrap. That's about it. Peace and Joy says, I wonder if the pie industry went up or down when American Pie came out. Oh my God, ew, I bet you it did go up. I bet you there were like guys who were like, maybe, come to think of it. Pie started selling like crazy. Shout outs to Chewy. You're right, Peace and Joy. They probably did. They were probably selling out of pies after that movie. They were like, well, you know what? There's a store down the street that sells some fresh pie. Maybe I could go get a slice. Inspired a whole generation of apple. Ow! That's gross. So gross. Hi, Gamon. Stop calling me a canary bird. Like, that's not cute. Captain T says, I like sliced cucumbers with veggie dip. Wait, that's how the bros sound? Yeah, I'm gonna go get some pie because I'm an incel and I can't get a real girl. So I'm gonna stick my pickle in a pie. I'm quitting because nobody loves me. Deshaun, ain't nobody appeasing you. Bye. Grossy gross. Very gross. Have you been on Insta lately? I haven't seen your post. Yes, I posted a video yesterday and I've been posting on my story. I posted some stand-up stuff on my story. You might be able to catch it still. You know what? You can buy pie filling in the can. Just pop it in the microwave. Just saying. You see how Marcus already has a hack for this? Hi, Vishal. Like stoned retards. Yes, exactly. John Anthony says, hello, gorgeous lady. Wonder why YouTube changes notifications for different channels. What do you mean it changes notifications? Crunchy Biscuit says it was towards the men who get attracted by animation. Sorry if it was a bit rude. No, I don't think it was. It was funny. Sergi says, hey, it's Sergio. I was the doorman from yesterday's show with Kurt. Oh, hey, Sergio. Tell everyone how funny the show was. Excited to see your next show at the Cat Scroll. Yay. Shout out to Sergio. Yes, he was the door guy at our comedy show yesterday. Super nice. Give him a follow if you would like. Sergey Brozondov. Al Jones says that would be fire if you can make that a character. A pervy little incel stoner guy who wants to bang pies? I don't think so. Peace and Joy says you had a comedy show yesterday in SoCal. Nice. Yes, I did. It was really good. It was a lot of fun. It was a variety show. It's like my favorite show to perform on. They do drag, music, stand-up comedy, singing. There were some singers. Marcus says, tell us, Sergio, give us a review. Deshaun says, I need a girlfriend. Well, you're not going to find one here, baby. Get out. Go talk to people. Go make friends, Sergio. I mean, Deshaun. Family Guy. I love Family Guy. Family Guy is like one of the most accurate descriptions of American families, I feel. Minus Peter's shenanigans, like the extremity of what he does. John Anthony says, I set a few channels to get notifications. Usually channels particularly enjoy some pals on. Huh. Well, make sure you turn the notifications on for mine. Al John says his name should be like Bruce the Horny Stoner that got rejected from Hunter. No, that's not marketable. Sometimes it changes. Well, make sure that they're on for my channel because I'm your favorite. Family Guy, American Dad, Family Guy all day. Are you kidding? That's not even, for me personally, that's not even a comparison. But yeah, y'all. Oh, my phone is dying. I have to get going. All right, my darlings, I'm getting off this. Thank you so much. Hi, Hector. You're just in time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining. I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to do a poll again. Family Guy Celebrity Deathmatch. Ooh. Celebrity Deathmatch. I mean, it's so different, but I love Celebrity Deathmatch. I don't know. That's a tough one because I really like Family Guy. I can't pick. Peace and Joy says, do you find it very easy to come up with your own jokes and inspiration? Sometimes. Sometimes I have brain farts. It's usually better when I don't overthink and I just write things as they come to my mind. And then I build off those. Sometimes I wake up in my sleep to write an idea down. Like literally. I have a notebook on my nightstand. I like Stewie and the dog Brian. Yes. Bye, Crunchy Biscuits. Bye, Captain Teach. Bye, Deshaun. John says, boom, however, is the man always still kicking with you. Thank you. All right, y'all. See you tomorrow. Make sure you're in the community post. Go to the link in my bio. Follow all my socials. Join the Patreon. Join the OnlyFans. Get some merch. Don't forget to turn on your notifications. Check out the Tias. There's a playlist here called the Tias. Also, if you've never seen my talk show as my character Racheta with Angie, Jacqueline Pissarro has a character named Angie, and my character Racheta, they have a talk show called A Sociopath and a Psychopath. And I uploaded an old episode for you guys this past weekend. So go check out my videos. Give me some love. I'm almost monetized, y'all. So please share my stuff. Go. I don't care if you're like in the shower and you want to just let my videos play. It will help. Thank you. Bye, everyone.